have all of you here. Okay, now that we are recording, I start officially. Hello and a very warm welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules and joining us to be here with us today for What's New at YRL. I'm here with a few of my colleagues. We have Josie, Carla, Sarah, Amanda, Penelope, Roshan, Laura, and all of us on behalf of our team at YRL, we want to say how excited and glad we are to have all of you here joining us live. This session is the final one, our quarterly update series. We designed these sessions to be a fast-paced and efficient way for all of us to catch up on the incredible things that are happening here across YRL. We'll talk about a bunch of new initiatives, launched resources, and our latest services and news. Our goal with these quarterly meetings is to make sure that you are that you feel that you're connected and you're informed by knowing what's new, what's changed, what's coming next for YRL, and just be on the same boat with us. While this live session is a key touch point, it's just one part of our ongoing conversations with you and throughout the year. And you know that we are telling you about these things through our weekly newsletter and regular intranet events. Now, to make sure that we respect your time, we'll go through the slides quickly and we'll be giving you short overviews of each topic. So you can find, we just mentioned the things here. For having an in-depth information, you can go to our intranet page and you will find all the detailed information about these updates there. And we want this to be interactive. So if you have any question, please feel free to put it in the chat box anytime. And we will have a Q&A part at the end of the meeting and you can ask your questions. And we just let you know, as you know, we are recording this session to have it on for the people who aren't able to join us. So without further ado, let's go to our next slide. So this is Josie's slide.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Zara, did you want to move the presentation forward, please? So I'll just carry on here while we're getting going with the presentation. So the YRL staffing update, is the first thing that we wanted to talk about. And that is that we've welcomed quite a few new staff and then people into new positions in the last quarter of the year here. I have joined as in a new role as deputy director. Apologies, now my phone is ringing. And Duncan has joined us as the LDS librarian starting in September. Carla Kelly has joined us at the end of September as the manager of CRS. And we have Sarah, I apologize for my phone, everybody. Sarah Sniherwich has joined us September 15th in LDS. And then we have a brand new driver joining us this next week on Monday, Chris McGuire. And Chris, you won't start to see Chris on your van runs until November 24th. But he is very excited to be with us. He's a avid user of Track, as I sent out in the email yesterday. And we're really excited to have him on board. All right, so apologies. One moment, please. As we just get our presentation going here. There we go, perfect. So I'm on to the next slide now. So in terms of all of these changes at Yellowhead, the why we're sharing this today is because we still want you to know that we're here and you can contact us. And there's many different ways that you can contact us and get a hold of us, even if you aren't sure who to contact. Next slide, please. So you can always get a hold of us through, oh, no, back one, sorry. Thank you. So you can always get a hold of us through Ask YRL for any questions that you have at yrl.ab.ca. If you have technical questions, you can get in touch with us at Help Desk. And then anything orders, cataloging related, you can get in touch with the CRS team at orders@yrl.ab.ca. And of course, if you can't remember any of this, just email Ask YRL and your question will get to the right person. Now, we've had a few comments over the last few months where people have said to me, I'm not sure who to phone. I really need to phone someone and talk to someone. So how do I do that? And I've simply been sharing with people, email Ask YRL and say in your email, please phone me. And we will give you a call. Same within Help Desk. If you need us to give you a call about something because it's too long to type and you're not sure, just email into those emails and say, I need help, please phone me, and somebody in the office will give you a call. And the really good thing about doing it that way is that then you don't have to phone and try to go to different extensions, because whoever is in the office will just give you a call back that day when you email in and say, please phone me. Oh, now my mic has stopped working. I'm not sure. That's a good question, Jessica. Can everybody else hear me? Maybe just give a thumbs up. Okay, it's okay now. Okay, so I'll just go back one more slide. There's Zara. Okay, thanks. The other thing that you can always do is you can always phone our main line and leave a voicemail. I think that some of you may not know that we check that voicemail throughout the day. So even if Lori isn't there to answer the phone, we're checking the voicemail. Carla, myself, we're the managers in the building, we all check that voicemail. So you can always leave a message on the main line. It might be an hour of somebody getting back to you, but we will get back to you. And the other thing is that we're always available to visit. So if you need a visit out to your library for something, to discuss an issue with a consultant, to talk through anything, let us know and we're happy to come out and visit you as well. So there's still many ways to get a hold of us and to get in touch with us if you need. Thanks very much, and I'll check in back with everybody later.
Okay, this is for me. Hi, everyone. If I haven't met you already, I'm Carla Kelly. I'm the new manager at CRS. And I wanted to start with this slide about new large print sale and hot list items because I was feeling excited about them this morning. So maybe I'm thinking about shopping. Okay, so we have two things to mention here. The large print sale is happening right now, which means there's very deep discounts on a selection of titles in different genres. So take a look at that list if you're interested. There's 66 different titles. So you can make sure to purchase those if that's of interest for your large print collection at your libraries. The deadline to do that is November 24th. And then the winter hot list, I think just came out. It's a mix of adult fiction and nonfiction. It's offered at a 40% discount. And the deadline for that one is January 14th of next year. So just make sure that you take a look at those in CCD. And if you would like to order them, do so. Next up, Sarah. Thanks. Okay, this is the very important CRS slide for right now. And this comes from a webinar that we had, I think last week or the week before. You can still review it online. We'll give you a link in just a moment. But this is the year-end timeline for the CRS department for 2025. So coming up next month, Friday, December 15th, is your deadline to place your orders for the 2025 fiscal year. So any books that you have to order, any books and other materials that you have to order, please make sure that those are done by December 5th this year. The final shipping to you for the new books will happen on December 12th. And then between December 15th and 18th, we'll be receiving the last set of the new books for 2025, which will include all of the invoices and packing slips. And those will be sent out to your branches, to your libraries. And we will be doing our rollover at YRL during that time as well. An important note for next year, for January 16th, is the date that the new allotment will display in your funds on your end. So those are the key timelines for you for your collections ordering for this year, and then something to keep an eye out for next year when you can start thinking about ordering then as well. Just a note, you might want, you still are able to create and submit your orders in CCD after December 5th. So if you have time and you want to start doing some ordering through there, but YRL won't actually be submitting those orders to the vendors until January 8th. So feel free to kind of populate that and do that work there, but the order won't go through until 2026. Sarah, can you hit to the next slide for me? Oh, thanks, Laura. So Laura's just put the link for the video. Yes, perfect. Laura's just put the link for the webinar into the chat box there, and I think linked up from here as well. So if you haven't already and you would like either a first introduction or a refresher to the year-end processes, please take a look at that. It's like 20 minutes long. The year-end processes webinar, it's on reports, important dates, and a little bit more information about the rollover. If you have any questions at all, please contact us at YRL. Please contact us and we'll help you out. If you're not sure what something means, if you want to clarify something, please just let us know. And we'll be happy to help you. Okay, and then Amanda, this is our shared slide. Do you want to take over the next part? Okay.
Sounds good. So YRL hosted a Voices of the Land webinar on October 28th with the Voices of the Land coordinator, Helena Cairns. This webinar can be found in the brand new Indigenous section on our staff niche academy. And Voices of the Land is a digital public space created for communities to share and celebrate Indigenous perspectives online. It's an expansion of Voices of Amiskwaci, which was created by Edmonton Public Library. And Voices of the Land was developed in collaboration with Alberta's Public Library Services branch and libraries across all of Alberta. So watch the webinar to learn more about how your library can use this valuable resource. Thanks.
Hi everyone. Quick update on Windows 11 migration. With only a few Windows 10 machines left to upgrade or decommission, out of more than 500 workstations, we are pleased to share that Windows 11 migration is now complete. We sincerely appreciate everyone's cooperation throughout this project. It wouldn't have been possible without your support. Since the initial announcement, we have ordered over 200 pieces of equipments, including laptop, computer, and monitors, with 64% of those orders placed in 2025. Each computer and laptop required hands-on configurations from our team to ensure it was fully prepared for the libraries. And we are very grateful for your patience as we work through each setup. And next slide, please. Yeah, regarding the Cybrian, we are still in the negotiation phase of the phase 2 of the public computer management project, and we anticipate having more information to share in early 2026. Thank you.
Okay, so this one is mine. So BrainFuse, as you know, BrainFuse was launched officially across our member libraries on October 1st, and some patrons have started using it, and we have some good feedback from our libraries. So we wanted to highlight it again because it's a fantastic e-resource, and we believe that everyone must be familiar with it. So we'll have some train the trainer sessions facilitated and led by BrainFuse experts. We are working on it. It will come in the near future, and then we'll share the information when it's finalized. So again, we have talked about this, but I wanted to just again talk about this because it's a very important and comprehensive e-resource. BrainFuse includes two online platforms, Help Now and Job Now. Help Now supports lifelong learning throughout, like helping students succeed at every level they are, from kindergarten to post-secondary, and it has some adult learning too. And then Job Now is designed to support job seekers and adults who are looking for employment and they can explore the job postings, the help they can get to reach out to help to get the opportunities to make sure that they have access to advanced opportunities. Help Now is just educational support and connects learners with live online tutors, and our tutors are available from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. They designed this as because it's most of the students are at school during the day, so they want to be available after school. So they are available from 2 to 11 p.m. and they can help with homework. The patron can pick their grades and their subject, and they are available to help them. We have writing lab there. They can submit their writing, and they help them with the editing, proofreading, and stuff. And then Skills Surfer, there are lots of online recorded sessions that they can use. And it's a very fantastic feature tool for students and newcomers learning English, and whoever is just trying to get some academic skills. And Job Now, on the other hand, focuses on employment, as I said, and patrons can connect with live, again, job coaches that they are helping them with resume, job interviews, interview preparation, and also career exploration. And they can upload their resumes and they to make them more personalized based on their background. And both Help Now and Job Now are launched and available. And we encourage you to promote these resources at your libraries and through your communities, and make sure that you put it in your websites, like newsletters, however, media that you're using to promote the resources. Yeah, that's my part.
Hi. If we could do the next slide. Oh, that's okay. We're good. If I haven't met you, I'm Sarah. Hello. And as you may have already seen in the newsletter, our listserv, our subscription to World Book Online will be ending on December 31st due to low usage and a limited audience. So as Zara just mentioned about BrainFuse, that's a great resource, along with Lote for Kids, Tumblebook Library, and Press Reader. That may be some good alternatives for your patrons to use as we're getting rid of World Book. And I'm also putting together a list of some free web-based resources that may also be helpful for your patrons. So I'll be sharing those shortly. Thank you.
All right, and I'm back now with my phone on Do Not Disturb. So hopefully these next few slides will go a little bit smoother. All right, so all of these things that Zara and Sarah introduced to us is part of our e-resource strategy that will continue on in 2026. One of the things that we did in order to prepare for the next plan of service was that we ran a very comprehensive, Andrew gets really all the credit for this. He ran a very comprehensive e-resources survey in 2025 that helped to inform our how we were going to move forward in our next plan of service. And so we are going to continue to monitor usage specifically for next year on novelist and consumer reports. This does not mean that they're going anywhere. However, we're going to monitor usage. So if you're planning your e-resource promotion right now, you may want to consider promoting those e-resources in early 2026 so that we can see maybe a spike in usage and then overall higher usage throughout the year. Those are two that we have seen dropping usage on in the last few years, and we know that, I know all of us are probably going at novel list because that is one that, you know, we think is quite a foundational resource for us in libraries, and we don't want to see it going anywhere, but we need to make sure it's being used and that it's being used by all of our members as much as possible and their patrons. The other thing that we're going to be doing is continuing to carry out some of the recommendations from the e-resource survey, and that includes investing in more resources that are highly used. So we heard a lot from people in that survey about ebook wait times, audiobook availability, and we really saw from that survey that because we surveyed both patrons and library staff, that the ebooks and audiobooks are what is being highly utilized in our region. So we want to continue to invest in Overdrive, continue to invest in Cloud Library, and of course, continue our investment in Hoopla. We also want to continue to improve our promotion, training, and the accessibility of the e-resources for you as staff and therefore your patrons as well. And we want to learn more about how you are promoting and marketing and training your patrons and your staff on our e-resources. And so an idea that we have for next year is pulling together a communities of practice group, perhaps for library marketing and promotion, and ask you how you decide what to promote and when for the e-resources, and also how you train your staff. We've been hearing from a lot of libraries who are doing different, they have staff present on e-resources and staff meetings, they do different promotions and things like that with staff, train the trainer at your libraries, and we're really interested in hearing more about that too. So we're continuing our work on our e-resource strategy and wanted to talk about that. It's kind of the why behind some of the changes that we've made this year. Next slide, please. So now on to TrackPack Plus. So TrackPack Plus is live. It's been live now for about 6 weeks. This product is continuing to grow, evolve, and improve, which means that the development is happening all the time on this product. It's different than what you may think about Polaris and Leap, where we have scheduled upgrades twice a year. TrackPack Plus, the actual product called Vega Discover, is getting updated once a month, if not sometimes every 2 weeks, with new features and improvements. So you may see things change, and your patrons may see things change more quickly than what you're used to. Classic trackpack.ab.ca is still available. So the old pack is still available for those of you who may need to print out reading lists, for patrons who still might find some of those features helpful. So it will still be available, and there is currently no end date in sight for that product. One of the things that we talked about in the implementation team is that our classic track pack is a product that comes to us with Leap and Polaris. And so it's not something that we're paying any extra for, and we don't think that it will go away unless the company itself stops supporting it. So as long as we can keep it secure and safe and usable, we'll continue to offer that. What you may notice though is that the value added content on TrackPack Plus will start to go away. So the book lists on TrackPack, on the old TrackPack, will not be updated as frequently or possibly at all moving forward. There may be value-added pieces associated with different integrations in the item page or in the bibliographic record pages where there's some other recommendations on, did you like or recommended reads. You may see those start to fade as licenses expire for some of those products. However, we will do our best to let you know when those things may be changing. But I would say the book list piece on the homepage for Classic TrackPack, you may see that start to stagnate a little bit. And we're looking into seeing if we can get those removed if we're not going to update them any longer. If you have feedback about TrackPack Plus, of course, email us as AskYRL. We are compiling all the feedback. I am still looking at it as part of the implementation team. We are looking at moving into our support phase with TrackPack Plus with a new one now, in that we won't be meeting weekly anymore, but we are still going to check in as a team once a month, especially as feedback and if other challenges come up as we move forward. And you can always use the TrackPack app. There's lots of neat features on the TrackPack app if your patrons aren't satisfied with some of the features on TrackPack Plus. And keep in mind that the patron I'll call it the patron portal, so the patron account piece on TrackPack Plus is slated for quite a significant update in 2026. And we were hoping that it would be ready. We were maybe a little bit wishful in our thinking that it would be ready when we launched, but because we are beta testers for it, but unfortunately it's not anywhere near being ready to launch yet. So because we're beta testers, we should get early information on those pieces so that we can inform all the libraries and track, so that you have lots of notice and can start to introduce that to your patrons as well. A few things that were improved in October include the saved book lists. So many of you who had saved book lists in Classic TrackPack should see them now in TrackPack Plus. And you should also, you should see those. They're under, I just have to look to see where they are. They're under My Bookshelf, under bookmarks. So that's where you'll find those in TrackPack Plus, under My Bookshelf, under bookmarks. That's where you'll find them. And then we are also offering an option for a kiosk site. So what the kiosk site will do is, if you're having issues with your OPAC stations in your libraries, where patrons have to log in to see what you have first, we can do a kiosk site that will help to alleviate some of that stress for your patrons, and will make things a little bit easier for them to find what's in your library without having to log in. So if you're interested in a kiosk site, you can reach out to AskYRL, or you can reach out to me directly, and we'll start working through that. I can't promise that we can get it launched quickly, but I think within a few weeks for sure, because there's a few other libraries and track that have been using this successfully. So I will rely on some of my track colleagues to help us get this set up, because we haven't done one yet in Yellowhead. So if you're interested in a kiosk site for your OPAC stations within your library to make the patron experience a little bit better, just reach out to me or AskYRL, and we can look into that and get that set up for you. So I think that is all I have. I have a couple interested. So I will note down your names, Jessica, Carla, Brett, Lena, and I'll get back to all of you early next week with some next steps and more details. All right, thank you. And I'll pass it over to Sarah next.
Okay, so we are now in phase 4 of our Leap to Leap project. And congratulations to everyone who has been working really hard on this transition to Leap. So now most libraries are consistently using Leap, and we really appreciate all of your dedication and commitment to learning it over this past year. It has really been an effort by everybody, a team effort, and we value all of the exploration and discovery that you've done. And so at the end of October, I sent out a questionnaire about the direct to print option that we're offering. So thank you to everyone who's completed it already. And if you haven't yet had a chance, it just takes a couple of minutes to fill it out and send it back. And if you have any questions about direct to print, you can email them to me, just back to that email that I sent out with the link. And starting at the end of this month, I'll be giving everyone a call at each library to see how everything's going with Leap and to check in with all of that. So if you have any questions about that or comments or concerns, you can let me know when I call. And you can also contact us at any time at AskYRL, or you can email me as well. And just a reminder, the final transition from Polaris to Leap for all of the cataloging and workroom workstations is this winter 2025. Thank you.
Okay, so it's me again, and it's about pits. So I put this resource here because, again, I want to highlight this. The PITS is Pipeline Incident Tracking System, PITS for short, and this is a tool that is developed to help libraries record and manage incidents that are happening in their branches or their libraries, whether it's disruptive behavior, it's a violence, safety concerns, or any policy violation. It's a great tool, a fun tool. We have, again, lots of positive feedback from the libraries that are using them. We have a few member libraries that have joined. They are using PITS. They are using it for recording their incidents. And again, feedback has been very positive. I encourage you to just reach out and ask us to sign you up, and you'll use it, and you will see how fun it is and how useful it is. Staff appreciate having a centralized and consistent way of reporting, documenting the incidents, what's happening in the library, because you can have a staff on board. They will get an email, or they will be informed about the incidents that are happening. So everybody's on the same boat in your library. And you can even tag other libraries so they know if there's a library close to you. You can tag them, or you can send them an email, and they will know about the potential incidents that may happen to them. And again, reporting function, because it's you can check your monthly or quarterly or annual summaries of the incidents based on the different categories, based on the locations, based on the people, offenders, or infractions, however categories that you want, and you can get a report. So these reports, we feel, that are very helpful for like staff training, security purposes and planning, and for policy development. And and again, we think that it's helpful for when you need to communicate what's happening in your library with your boards. You can have numbers and show them what's going on in your libraries. So we encourage you to join the PEAT members, and if you would like to learn more or test the website and test the resource and use it, just reach out to me or Duncan, and you can email me directly or call me, and I sign you up. We have training sessions on our intranet page, and I can go one-on-one with you and just show you how to make this incident report. So it's a very great tool that we have started using. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. It's great to see so many people here. That's exciting. I'm going to finish us off. So I'm talking about a couple new kits that we got in the last quarter. The first one is one that we developed, which is the Cree World Language Kit. So it contains books, picture books that are written in Cree. So some of the books, like this one, are fully written in Cree, and then we have some that have the Cree on one side. Sorry, the blurry background's not really helping with this. And then English on the other side. And then we have a lot of picture books as well. So there's adult books and picture books. And we've got the picture books that a lot of you might be familiar with the Cree and the English as well, the bilingual versions. So there's a bunch of different free books available in that kit. And this is part of our world language series. So these are available for patrons to borrow. They take them out and they return them, and they just get sent back to wherever the kit is. So it's a great way to supplement your collection and help support those in your community who speak Cree, are trying to learn Cree, learn more about that. So that is an excellent kit that we have available. And then the kit. So we have a storytime kit called The Air We Share, and this was developed by the West Central Airshed Society and Alberta Capital Airshed together. And they approached us about creating a kit that helps to educate about the importance of air quality and help kids learn about it in a fun, less dystopic way, maybe. So they created a bunch of fun activities in the kit. They have a whole
booklet that they made with lots of rhymes, fun activities you can do, all the stuff you need for a story time. They've also made different games to go with the kit. So there is little boards where you can sort what's good for the air and what's not good for the air. They have some puzzles. They've got some stuffed animals, like a couple of lungs, as well as a little microbe. And a bee as well. So there's some books about bees. And then, of course, they have storytime books. So this is a really great kit if you are, I mean, I feel like we're all in areas living in Alberta that are affected by extreme air quality issues. So this is a really great kit to help educate kids, keep them safe, and present this issue in a non-threatening way. So those are the two kits we've added. And that is the end of what we're talking about today. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to go off mic or pop them in the chat and we can get back to you. Thanks, Jessica.
There was a question early on, and I think this would connect to Josie or Carla, but I know Carla had to step out. But are the deadlines for the drop shipping the same as the other deadlines that Carla had mentioned?
I did put something in the chat about that, but they will not be the same. So
Okay.
for those on drop shipping, so that is Spruce Grove, Leduc, and Beaumont, we will be reaching out to you for with some different kind of timelines and deadlines, because we want to make sure that you're able to receive everything that you get as much as possible. And also keeping in mind that you may have staff going on holidays as well. So we want to make sure that we're working with those 3 libraries to make things as convenient as possible, because that's the whole point of drop shipping. So we'll be reaching out to those 3 libraries with more information in the next probably week or so. And then I see there's a question here too from Carla about deliveries between Christmas and New Year's. And Carla has just been reading my mind this whole presentation because I'm working on that today as we speak. Actually, right before this presentation, I was sending out some notes to some libraries, and I will be contacting some of our larger libraries who we have done some special van runs for in the past today to give you a few options. So our December calendar will be coming out, I hope, by next week, as long as I hear back from everybody who I reach out to. And yes, we will be doing some switching of deliveries in December to try to lessen the impact because with the way the holidays fall this year, it could mean that some of you are without a delivery for 2 weeks. So I'm trying to lessen that and be creative in my application of solutions so that everybody just goes 1 week without a delivery and not 2. Or less, depending on the library. And I think that's all I have to say about that. So just keep an eye out in your email from an email from me. This is my first year, I'll say, doing the delivery calendars. This is a brand new thing for me because Wendy, this was part of the deputy director role, never the CRS role. So if you're looking at my emails going, this is really odd, well, let me know if it's too odd. Because like I said, I'm implementing a few creative solutions this year. So you'll be hearing from me soon, and thanks for all the questions.
I think those were all the questions we had. So thank you everyone for joining. It was great to have such a full house today. Amazing. And we will be uploading this soon if you want to share it with any of your staff. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.